What is up, YouTube? That's here today. I'm back playing some more Pokemon VGC Reg Wi-Fi battles. Today, I'm bringing you the first of 3 teams that I might be bringing to NAIC. I have this team that we're taking a look at today. I have a really cool, Mewtwo Eternatus team. And then I also have, a pretty standard, Zacian Cali-I team. I want you guys to let me know which one of those 3 sounds the best to use at NAIC. And I'll be trying to feature all of those teams over the next couple days on this channel. Right now, like I said, though, we're going to be featuring the Kyurem-W team. You've actually seen me use this team before. I built this team at the very start of Reg I, and I still actually think it's really good. I feel like we hit a point in the meta where Cali, Miraidon, and screens and bulky balance play was so big that it kind of made this team a lot harder to play. And so I stopped playing it for a little bit, even though I really liked it. And now that we're starting to see a little bit more Kyogre after Gavin Michaels won in Portland, we're starting to see a lot more Shadow Rider Zenta. Those are matchups that this team has really good matchups into. This is a bulky AV Kyurem, really good moveset here, being able to double dip that Earth Power with the Ground Terra to dump truck Miraidon, dump truck Incin, and clear the way for our Calyrex to just sweep the game. We got Snowscapes, we have Taunts. Very cool, anti-meta team. If we take a look at some of these stats before, I've shown this team a bunch of times before. Very bulky on the Kyurem. I think the EVs could even still be optimized to get a little bit more bulk if we needed it. Torn's very standard. I like the Dark Terror on this guy a lot. Standard Shadow Rider, Pollen Puff, being able to Pollen Puff that Kyurem is just a game winner right there. Standard Rocky Helmet, Entity to redirect Urshifu Water, and then just a good old-fashioned fast Dozo to close out games. I think Dozo's really good into all the Koraidon and Terapagos teams that we're seeing pop up on the ladder. Like I said, this is the first of 3 teams that I might be bringing to NAIC. And if you guys like this team and you want to see it at NAIC, please let me know in the comments. If you think this is the call, or if there's anything you think we might be able to optimize, please think about letting me know. Also, while you guys will let me know in the comments, can you please think about maybe dropping a sub on the channel? We're making a bunch of really cool content here. We're doing Patreon team fixing. We're doing a bunch of anti-meta, off-meta, really fun teams featuring things like Zoroark, Base Necrozma. We have a Toucannon team coming out. There's so much cool stuff going on the channel. I have a bunch of content that I'm prepping to get made before NAIC comes out, and I'd love to have you along for the ride on our journey to 50K. And without further ado, let's get right onto these games. Wish me luck. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Double bike action. Miraidon, Koraidon with Ogerpon and Torn. It's so weird to see Torn on ladder. I feel like when you actually go to events or look up what's doing well at events, no one's using dynamic speed control from Torn. That being said, Shadow Rider plus Torn is probably pretty good here. Shadow Rider plus Torn close Dozo is probably the play. If they want to open up, if I go Shadow Rider Torn and they open up Incin, that would mean that Torn Kyurem would be the play, and so that would look something like Torn Kyurem Shadow Rider Indidi, and if they lead Incin, you just pivot in the Indidi, Earth Power, pop the Incin, and then from there there's nothing to check the Shadow Rider and you win. Cool. I love this team. This is probably one of my favorite teams for Reg I. I built it right at the start of the format too. I always think when I run out of ideas, I always think going back to what worked for you before, putting a little bit of a new spin on it, maybe using it in a different part of the meta. It's usually a good idea for, stirring up other creative ideas. So they're going to lead Ogerpon and Flutter. Let's see if it's a booster Flutter. Because, my lead's actually really nice here. I can just pop Ogerpon. It's not booster Flutter. So it's Sash Flutter then. Double Sash lead, huh? Snowscape's good. Tailwind's good. I wonder if we Oko Ogerpon with Freeze Dry. What do you guys think? I think there's a good shot that we do. I'm going to Tailwind here. Am I a gamer? I'm gaming. I've always been a gamer. Just game. Easy peasy. We're just gaming here. You can double hit this Blizzard, break those sashes, break that Sturdy. Let's go, Blizzard. Double hit. Easy peasy. Ogerpon. Ogre gone. Know what I'm saying? Sturdy. No, we got Turbo Blades, boys. Sheesh. Now what? Icy Wind? I don't care. Thunderbolt. Lamau. We might be dead. Dude, our Torn is actually thick. No, it's not. Bro, we're not. Not even close. Koraidon, more like Koraidon. This is about to be Snowscape D's, please. This is going to go Fire Terra. I think that's fine. I think I'm going to flip on my Terra on my Koraidon. Because I really do expect them to go Fire Terra and then, actually still Collision Course my Kyurem. I think I said Koraidon, but yeah, we're going to Snowscape up here. And Ground Terra, Blizzard out. What if I made the Savage Reed and just, dump trucked that guy with the Earth Power this turn? I don't have to. This is fine. Man, so this team, it just wins, in 2 turns. And that's what I really like about it. I think it's so fun to play. I'm worried about Scarf Koraidon here, but it's fine. And we're snowscaping not really to get the boost here to our defense stat, because we don't get the defense stat since we're losing our ice typing. But we do, you know, have everything that we need here. That we're showing that we're faster than them, because they're going to be terastallizing their Koraidon here. Yeah, if they were going to Terra, they would have had to do that first if they were Scarfed. Actually, no, wait. Yeah, Tailwind's on the board. Yeah, they're not Scarfed. They're about to get Dump Truck here. So let's see what happens. I don't think Flare Blitz does it, and they're going to have to close combat Azure and or Collision Course, and we're pretty fat on our Kyurem here, so we're fine. Here we go. Photosynthesis Dunzoed. Blizzard. Blizzardy Dizzard. No freeze, never lucky. Okay, let's see what happens. What you using, Chief? Collision Course? Wild Charge! Yo, he wilding out here, bro. Whoa! That's AV Kyurem, then. Or Koraidon. I'm going to keep doing that, by the way, guys. I apologize. This just sounds like a drop for Shadow Rider. Shadow Rider just comes in as Orb. Awesome. Shadow Rider Sash. Like, easy peasy. Break the wrist, walk away. You can no longer pivot. And we should be able to get this one. It's Miraidon, right? Yeah, even if this guy's Scarfed, like, bro, we got Ground Terror, bro. Cool. I think that, like, we're actually finding just full send out Astral and Blizzard. Like, the massive AoE is so good. And I wonder, like, if, since Kyogre is getting a lot more popular, is Kyurem, like, the call? Is this the call for NAIC? It might be. It really might be. Battle was canceled. Wins up. That's like a 3-turn game. So we take those wins all the way to the bank. Asking you shall receive. There is Kyogre right there. Kyogre and Water Palm, bro. Sounds like a drop for Freeze Dried Ease, though. And Miraidon, like, Kyurem's just feasting on this. Again, another Torn. It's so weird to just see people using the dynamic speed control, but yeah, I think we're fine here. Like, that seems like a good play. We have to watch out for Blood Moon, so like maybe not these, but at the same time, like, I'm not gonna bring, well, Dozo is good into like Kyogre. It's good into Urshi Water. That's probably Scarp Urshi Water, but I'm gonna have a Tailwind. They're gonna have a Tailwind. I'll bring the Dozo then. I don't know if I need Dozo. I don't know if Dozo is actually correct here, but Dozo seems pretty good, and Kyurem seems pretty good. One thing I really like about bringing the Shadow Rider, though, is if I do take, like, a Spout or something on my Kyurem, I can just Pollen Pup it out. That's one of the things I really, really like about this team. Shadow Rider almost plays the role of, like, a support mon on this team, being able to, like, you know, do good chip damage, but also, like, heal. It's almost like if, like, a Flutter Mane had Pollen Puff. That's kind of like how I like to see it. So, good damage here. Freeze Dry's gonna slap. What are you gonna do? Go, like, double dip water? You're gonna go Grass Terra? It's like, nah, dude, this Freeze Dry's clapping these cheeks, and I don't even need to Tailwind. I can just Snowscape to take away your boost or whatever. I could also just taunt your Torn if I wanted to. Yeah, Freeze Dry rips. AV Kyurem is hot here. This is so good. What do you do? Pivot into Miraidon, bro? Freeze Dry is the truth. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's think about it. What are you gonna do here? Like, all the common Kyogre Terras are pinned here. Water, grass, ground. Snowscape, we're faster than their Torn, which is surprising. I am surprised. Tailwind, cool. This is absolutely fine. So knowing that we are faster, then we're not faster anymore. But, like, that's fine. Spout, go nuts. Like, I don't know if you break my Torn here. It's so weird how that Oko's Torn, but doesn't do, like, anything to a freaking, Kyurem. That's so nuts, right? Big damage here. Massive damage. Yep. And now you are weak. You, my friend, need a little bit more hatred. You're going to go, probably, I'm guessing you're going to go, like, Rain Dance Thunder. So I'm going to protect here for 1 turn. And you're going to Thunder that Dozo. I'm going to Blizzard. I know it's probably going to get Rain Danced over, but, like, that's fine. I want to be able to start doing damage to that Torn. I don't need to do anything with this Kyurem here. Kyurem doesn't need to do, like, anything spectacular. We took, like, 10% from a Kyogre full health Spout. Like, that's fine. Don't give him the Dozo. Now you have to put the Terra up in a minute. There's the Icy Wind. I do not care about that. Alright. Yep. And let's see what they're using. I wonder if they're specs. They are. There's the Raw Thunder, bro. No. Stop it. I'm surprised they didn't go Rain Dance Thunder, though. I'm really surprised they didn't do that. That's fine. Cool. So their Torn's going to be big sad. Oof. Big sad. That's a hard place to be in right here. I can give them Dozo, honestly. Like, I can. I don't need to do anything weird here. I can give them the Dozo. I need to save my Terra for my Kyurem. I mean, it's not really even giving them Dozo. It's like, you had to hit the blind move. I can eat the Thunder. Yeah, I think you do it like this. You throw the Blizzard out. Even if you want to Rain Dance, that's fine. Icy Wind's okay. Yeah. Divine Thunder miss. Survey says... Don't hit me. Don't hit me. I don't have my boost. Don't hit me. Leave me alone. Never lucky. Dumpied. Alright. Is it weird that I still think I win? Is it weird? It's like, what's a god to a non-believer out here? Okay. Yeah, I still got Scarf Tatsu. Tailwind's about to expire. Like, I have Terra, my Kyurem. I still really think I have shots here. I know that sounds so crazy, but I feel if I pivoted out Kyurem for Tatsu, I would have been able to eat the Blizzard, but then the Miraidon board just came in and pinned. Ogre Pawn, not bad, not bad. Okay, let's think about how we need to do this. I'm thinking this is a hard one. This is a hard spicy meatball out here because you're gonna Terra, right? 2 turns Snow. Last turn of their Tailwind. I'm gonna Terastallize my Kyurem. I'm gonna do that, and I'm going to. There's no reason to Icy when to gain more speed control. I guess I'll just Draco the Miraidon. Yeah, that's okay. I need this to work. You're gonna go Terra. Are you going Fairy Terra? Yeah, because I'm not clicking Blizzard. Steel Terra! Oh! I mean, that's cool, I guess. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's cool. I got Earth Power if I need to do it. Let's see what they're using here. Let's see how much damage Draco even does. That's like the actual question. Like, how much damage does Draco even do? I wonder if they're like flash cannoning me, bro. Yeah, let's see it. D-Gleam, okay. That is... Dude, you didn't even break the Tatsu, bro. Play rough. What? Were you good? I just missed the Draco. Never lucky. And this guy's gone. Alright, so I just missed Draco. Shoutouts to your boy missing Draco. Wow, that sucks. That's really bad. And I'm Scarf, so I gotta do this again. I mean, if I live, you die. I got EP, baby. Draco hits this time. Oof. I should be able to eat this damage. I should. Come on. Let's go. Eat this. 11 HP. We got that bulk out here. You crit the Tatsu, you crit the wrong one, buddy. Yo, we ate like spouts and play rough and like every possible thing under the sun, and we slap with this Earth Power. Oh my gosh. Wins up. They hit us with the freaking, and we get the crit. Yo, they hit us with the freaking 9th inning play rough Steel Terra Miraidon, and we're like, Kyurem basically 1v4, honestly, like it did. Dozo came out, protected, and got KO'd. Torn got KO'd on the first turn. Tatsu missed the Draco and got KO'd. Like, Kyurem 1v4'd. That's ridiculous. All right, Miraidon Lunala. Now, this team didn't really exist that much on the ladder with, like, the Grim and the Ursaluna when I first created this Kyurem team. So it's going to be cool to see how we do against this. Shadow Ball rips the Lunala if I can do chips. So, like, Kyurem Shadow Rider actually looks really good on paper. Like, you go Kyurem Shadow Rider, and then you pivot in the Entity if they want to lead in Sin. I've talked about that. You just Ground Terra, pop the Ensign, and then there's nothing to check the Shadow Rider. And then that means the last mon here is going to be Torn, which I don't really need, but, like, it's appreciated. Come in and set a Tailwind in the late game. Come in and go for something like, I don't know, like, I feel like we might be able to just Snowscape. I also think you could just lead Torn here. If you really are afraid of Trick Room, you can just lead Torn. Taunt it. Taunt Lunala. Like, break the wrist, walk away. Like, in a Game 2 situation, I would definitely, like, bully with this what I'm trying to do right now, and then in a Game 2 situation, I would just lead Torn, taunt the Lunala, Terra the Kyurem, check the, you know, Miraidon, the Ensign, other things like that, and say, no Trick Room, I have Shadow Rider in the back, I'm going to check your Ensign, and then, like, Kyurem just beats everything else. Like, that's the idea for this team. So, let's see what they want to do. If they want to go Miraidon and Lunala, that's fine. There's the Ensign. Okay. I'm just going to pop the Ensign. Yeah, I think that's fine. Are you really Trick Rooming me here, though? Are you going Fake out Kyurem and Trick Room? That's not like a bad play. There's nothing really wrong with that. I don't think there's anything terrible with it. Yeah, I'm thinking. I mean, that KOs. And then I'm going to bring in the Entity, and then Entity is going to be able to redirect or slash, like, you know, flip the Trick Room back. And then I'll just be fine with my Shadow Rider. I like that. But it looks like Torn would have been the better play. Like, I think Torn would have been the better play. I would have just been able to throw the taunt in, just throw like a random Earth Power, even like a Shadow Ball into the Lunala, and there wouldn't have been that much they can do about it. That being said, I wonder if they're just going to like hard pit off the Ensign for Ursa, and then maybe flip on like a Fairy Terra. That's definitely an option, and then just go for like the Trick Room like right there raw. That way you already have the boost, but it's not going to work in this situation. So we're gonna dump their Ensign here. Awesome, Ensign's gonna go down. Cool, yeah, Ensign's the thing that checks Shadow Rider, so like all I really have to do here is also just like wait out Trick Room, you know? I kind of wonder if I should put like, instead of Helping Hand on this Entity, I wonder if I should go Heal Pulse. Because like, I could just sit here and Heal Pulse this Kyurem forever now at this point in the game. Ooh, they are going Terra. Are you gonna Terra the Lunala? I think Lunala is a good Terra target. I don't think it's Ensign. Yeah. You're not seeing this coming. Yeah, there's the Fairy. They're keeping my Shadow Rider honest, which is absolutely fine. And then they're going to have to bring in the Ursa, but I'm going to be able to flip that Terra back, I think. Or flip the Trick Room back. Dumpy into this Ensign. Let's see if they're AV. Nice. Getting that thing off the board is like this, taking the Swiss Army knife, taking the engine out of this team, in my opinion. Because all you have left now is Ursa and Miraidon. There's the Trick Room, and now Miraidon won't work, so you have to go Ursa, but you don't have your Facade, you don't have your Guts proc yet. So I just flip the Trick Room back. I think I still pin the Ursa slot, and yeah, we're fine. I might even just throw like a raw Blizzard out here. I don't really need to do anything. If I break the Shadow Shield, that's game. If I hit the Ursa, that's game. Like, I have 2 chances to Blizzard realistically. So let's see it. Ursh. Okay. Are you banned? You're banded, right? I'm just gonna freeze try that then. I'm gonna flip the Trick Room back. I think that is the play. I could Follow Me here. I could super Follow Me here. Like, what is the problem with Follow Me here? I'm not seeing the fault with Follow Me, but also like, there's no way you're slower than me. I don't know your life, right? I don't know what you're trying to do. I could have Follow Me that Moonguy's beam though for realsies. Awesome. Freeze try. Yeah, I underspeed you. TY. Are you scarfed? No sash, no nothing. Hey, that's fine with me. Trick Room gets flipped right back. And then it's what, Miraidon time? And I just Follow Me away the Draco. Throw an Earth Power into the Miraidon. GG's. Cool. Man, this team's just nice. I just really feel comfortable with it. It's feeling like it's really slipping into a good spot in the meta. I feel like we got into a spot where like screens were really big and it was giving it a hard time. But now I feel like a lot of those screen teams have turned into like other forms of damage mitigation and pins. And we're seeing a lot more like Shadow Rider Zenta, which like I think this team has a decent matchment to Shadow Rider Zenta because we have a Dozo. That being said, like I think you just go redirection here and just EP out the Miraidon, and easy, like easy. We haven't even like really used the Dozo or the Shadow Rider parts. We've kind of just like Kyurem 1v4s everything. Like that's so good, right? I'm not wrong. Like this team could do well at NAIC. Like please let me know. Snarl is great tech there from Miraidon. It might let them live if they are AV, but I think, do you run Scarf Miraidon on this team? It's really hard to say. We're going to see. This is big damage, by the way. But he's big AV. That's the biggest AV I've ever AV'd in my life. Huh. AV Miraidon. I mean, the good news is he's not scarfed, right? So, that's fine. I think we still throw the Earth Power into that thing. And then, like, what? I think you just Helping Hand. Just to get a little bit of extra damage, right? And then, if you go for like a Snarl and then like a Trick Room here, and then like, this could get a little dicey. It could get a little dicey. I'm not excited about how dicey this could get, but yeah, we'll see what happens here. Slightly pinned. Let's see. Yeah, those Snarls are great. Moonguy's Beam doesn't KO. Moonblast doesn't KO here. I just need to get some damage up into that Miraidon to pin it with like Astral. Nice. So they looks like they are Trick Rooming, I think. We'll see. That's enough range for Shadow Rider to pin. So let's see if it's gonna be Trick Room. Oh, Moonblast. Awesome. That's super. That's game. So we just bring in. Well, actually, I don't know if they're scarfed, right? I don't actually know if they're scarfed. If they are scarfed, that could be very bad. This is fine. Do we think they're Scarf, chat? Does that Miraidon look Scarf to you? It does. It does look Scarf to me. To me, it screams Scarf-a-rooney dooney. No, it's not Scarf, it's AV. It has to be AV, right? It has to. It can't just be that bulky. It can't be that bulky. Yeah. You're AV. Yep, got it. I was just thinking, I was like, I'm trying to play around everything, you know? If we play this team in NAIC, we're going to have open team sheets, so we're not going to have those 50-50s. But he's way too bulky. I was like, is there a way he's like full HP Spadef Scarf? Like, is that a thing? Like, and then the way we make this work is even if you go for something like Trick Room here, Shadow Rider still has its Sash. And so you can't Wyguard and hit. So it's not like I just win here, but I do got some decent shots, and I got a Torn. I got a lot of options here. I actually think the right play might be to just go for like a Freeze Dry. I mean, Freeze Dry and Blizzard are about the same amount of damage, and this could just freeze. I'll go for the Freeze Dry and just drop Protect. You want to take out the Kyurem, I get to bring out my Torn, and Torn's probably just better because it's not at like -2. Yep, and we're just wasting the Moongeist beams. They don't have any AoE, they don't have any Dazzle, so we don't have to respect it. So we're just weaving in free turns, wasting out turns on that TR, you know. Very standard, fishing for freezes, you know the good old-fashioned stuff. Never lucky right there. I'm actually going to pivot out. Turns on Trick Room are what? No, it's fine. Just shove the damage in their face. I think we win. I low-key want to pump up my Kyurem, but I don't want them to take it out this turn. This is fine. Astral's great damage. Moongeist Beam. We got that Sash. This is why I like Sash Shadow Rider on this team over Life Orb. Like, you just get these really, really good, like, late game trades. And then I'll be able to weave in, like, a Protect. I think this next turn I'm going to Protect and pivot in my Torn. Not die, not lose anything, waste out the turns on the TR, and then just come back in. Unless we can just get the KO here, which we probably just do, because we're at +1. Oof. Value. Big wins up. The Snarl AV Miraidon was obnoxious, but Kyurem remains. It hasn't even, like, been KO'd yet, I don't think. His mom's just, like, super busted. Wins up. Ice Rider Volk. I wonder if that's one of those Leech Seed Ice Riders. That was not a thing back when I made this team, and it makes, like, Dozo a little bit harder to play. That being said, I think we still have really good options here. I'm not as afraid of Trick Room as I probably should be on paper. I'm going to lead Kali, and I think I'm going to lead Kyurem, because one cool thing about this team is, like, they don't have Fake Out. They don't have anything to fake out. So I can actually just be like a bully with my Kyurem here. And then I think that bringing like Dozo is not bad. I think I might bring the Indity though. I think Indity Torn is probably fine. I don't particularly know if Dozo is good into Kali I. It was amazing into, you know what? Nah. We're gaming here. I'm gonna make a pray they don't have Leech Seed. If they don't have Leech Seed in their standard Kali-I, that's how Dozo used to work. Dozo used to cover up for this team's like pseudo bad matchup in a Kali-I, because all they had was like Glacial Lance and High Horsepower, and you just wall them with Dozo. But now that they've started using Leech Seed, I'm gonna have to flip on my Grass Terra, and if I flip on the Grass Terra, I take super effective Lances, and I don't know. Like there's problems that can occur if that's the case. So that being said, we're going to find out what happens here. I think Indity is also okay, because you can just pivot in Indity, take away a Quark Drive boost, and just like slap those guys, like the Iron Valiant and the Miraidon with an Expanding Force. And they have to know that I can do that. Of course they can Wyguard and there's other stuff that can happen, but like, yeah, we'll see what happens here. I'm not too afraid of Iron Valiant. I think the Mon that scares me the most is probably Volk. I think Volk could get a little bit out of control in this matchup if I don't rein it in. That's one of the reasons why I brought Dozo as well. That's a very, very, very good lead that I'm going to dump truck this first turn. I'm going to double into that slot because I think they're going to go Volt Switch into Kali-I and Trick Room. That's like the thing that I'm seeing here. I want to click Blizzard so bad. So bad. I'm gonna put Nitera on the Kyurem though. I think it's fine. Just because it might be able to block the Volt Switch as well, which would just win me the game. I'd be able to stick 2 Astrals. So we're gonna, or an Astral next turn, sorry. So we're gonna go Pollen Puff here, and Ground Terra EP baby. You don't need to go after the Miraidon. You don't. You need to get this Farigiraf off the board because Trick Room is a problem. And if they ally switch, use the Gamer move. That's also an L here for the Miraidon. I don't think they usually carry Protect, right? That's not really common on Farigiraf at this point in the meta. So I think they have these two plus Kali I. I think if they had Valiant, they would have brought it. Honestly, I do. And you have to be somewhat respectful of Astral here on your Miraidon. You don't need two of those. So here's Kyurem popping that big Terra. If you were to use Draco Meteor, I would live. I would be the Kyurem who lived. And then next turn, I would just be able to like Pollen Puff my Kyurem and start swinging, bro. But I'd love to see a Volt Switch into this Kyurem. That'd be kind of nice. And another thing, we have to Terra here, again, because I don't just want to eat that Draco. Volt Switch into the Kyurem. They try to get a little bit cheeky with it. And they're trapped here. And there's no TR. Like, oh, yes. And next turn, we are just going to slap with, like, Shadow Ball and Astral, probably. Maybe even, like, a Freeze-Dry Astral. I don't know what their Kali's Terra is going to be. It might be the right idea to go, like, Astral Earth Power into it. Because that's neutral into everything. Threatens super effective damage on the Astral side. And then if they go Fire Terra, they lose. And if they go Water Terra, it's just double neutral and we would win. Valiant. Okay. Don't know how much I care about that. I mean, I can get cheeky with it. I'm going to Protect here. I think they're going to go Spirit Break Volt Switch into my Kali. That's a really good play. And I'm just going to try and pin. Trap them with a Protect here. Because they have to hard swap if they want to swap. So I really, really like this Protect. Show me Volt Switch into Kali. Spirit Break into Kali, Volt Switch Kali. Dude, I'm so good at this game. Oh, man. Some teams just click, right? Some teams just click. It's almost like I built this team and like played a bunch of games with it. And like it just feels really, really comfortable. And maybe I should play it in NAIC. If you guys think I should play this team in NAIC, please let me know in the comments. Because like if we're playing like this, bro, we're cooking. We are cooking. Show me that good old-fashioned rider in the back. Now, we haven't won yet, but at the same time, I think we win if that's not Leech Seed Dozo, or Leech Seed Kali. And you can't both Leech Seed and Lance and do all those other things. I wonder, are you going to click Wide Guard? Are you going to click Wide Guard, my friend? I'm going to double into this thing, get it off the board, and then see what happens. Great Protect. Wow. Absolutely magnifique Protect. Double Protect is not right. He almost had us. He almost big brained it. Almost. I like that I held my Shadow Ball. I did not show it. They're trying to see if I Terra something weird or do something weird. They know what I want. I can just get that Valiant off the board. So they might be thinking they can just Spirit Break here. And if that's what they think, like... See it. They're not going to expect the Astral here. I'm so ahead, they're not going to expect it. They're going to start trying to steal turns with Spirit Break, break sashes, stuff like that. They don't know what I have in the back. Disable. Good play. I mix it up. Yeah, I'm not letting you do that to me either, bro. Not letting you do that to me either. We are gaming! He's like, what? No way. And he's like, ha, but I disabled your Earth Power. Shadow Ball these, bro. Super duper effective. Should have terastallized. Coulda, shoulda, woulda terastallized. Oh my gosh, why didn't you terastallize? Shadow Ball. People never expect the Shadow Ball in Kyurem, dude. It's so good. That's game. Wait, did I take damage? I didn't even take damage, bro. Bruh. Oh, it's disabled. I didn't even take damage, though. That's nuts. Oh, my gosh. Wow. This team is just that good, bro. All right, final boss here. Going up against Sneasler, Shadow Rider, Kyogre, and Torn. Okay, I really do like Dozo into this matchup. It's good into Shadow Rider. It's good enough into Kyogre. I think I can still lead, though. I think I can. I called it Torn. It's Thundy. I think I can lead these two and go into Dozo Tatsu from here. I vibe with those. Yeah, I think this team's like just really suits my playstyle, being like sort of a Tail Room type team with like Indity on the Trick Room, Torn on the Tailwind, a little bit of like 2-2-2 action. And if I'm just playing in like the right headspace, I think this team could take games off of like anybody. You know, freezes are a thing, crits are a thing, Dozo's a thing. I don't think there's anyone that like looks at this team and says like, oh yeah, I want to fight that. Like my team's like really obnoxious. Like, right here. There's no rule that says I can't just go, like, Shadow Ball your Shadow Rider if it's Life Orb, you lose the game. Like, Tailwind Shadow Ball, GG, shake my hand. That being said, I think I just ripped the Blizzard here. Blizzard is really good, and I'm going to go for the Snowscape. If you want to go with... Actually, that's a good play for me. I don't want to get taunted. I don't need Tailwind yet. I don't need Dozo to have a Terra. This just says you can't go for a Speed Tie taunt. And it also makes so if you are some sort of like crazy Shadow Rider, we're fine. Like if you're double dipping Ghost over here, coast to coast with the most, water. Bro, what if I freeze dry you? That's fine. Good Terra there. We're just gonna mix it up next turn and freeze dry though. Tailwind freeze dry, like easy peasy. And Kyurem's gonna eat this like it's nothing, I think. Cool. Yeah, really like this Terra in front of Shadow Rider and Thundy. Okay, what you doing over here? Taunt? Show me the slow taunt though. Show me I won the speed tie. I didn't even need to do this taunt. Show me the taunt. Oh, I'm so good at this game, bro. Dark Terra at ease, bro. Sheesh. Astral's fine. Next we got the Tailwind. They can't stop it. That looks El Spexto or Life Orb. Yeah, I was gonna say there's a damage modifier there, for sure. Big damage. Dunzo Thundy. Now we can just Tailwind. Or we can just Rain Dance again. Like, I don't think there's a problem with Rain Dance again. Or, sorry, Snowscape again. Because if you send out Ogre, like, that's your only real win con. And you need to be able to hit Thunder. You need to be able to hit Thunder into Dozo. So, yeah, I'm just gonna... I don't even need a Tailwind. I think we just Snowscape, take out the Shadow Rider, and win the game. Yeah, that's fine. If you protect, that's a good play. But, like, we'll see what happens. Snowscape is good. And okay, cool. I'm happy to see no protects. Really happy to see that. Like, I wanted this trade. I could have Tailwinded, but, like, it's fine. And I should be able to eat this Spout or this Astral unless they crit me. The fact that they're faster than my Kyurem is, like, really obnoxious. I wonder if they're Scarfed. That's really bad if they are. Don't crit me, bro. Don't crit me. Just don't crit me. You can just not crit me if you want. I'd appreciate it. Nice. I think it was the right play to go after that there, though. I mean, I could have Tailwinded, but then they would have kept the Spout. Like, if there's Scarf Spout, like, or there's some, like, really, really aggressive, like, choiced Spout, Dozo just wins here. So that's fine. I vibe with that. Okay, let's see what the last mon is. Ursaluna! Sounds like a job for Wave Crash. I think we forced them to misplay. I don't see a problem with ripping a Blizzard here. If they want to, like, Thunder the Dozo, ignore Kyurem, like, that's fine. If they want to just go into another Spout, that's a PP off Spout. They might blow a Blood Moon here. There's another Spout. That's absolutely acceptable. And I should be able to Oko the Blood Moon with a Wave Crash, but, like, let's see. I'd love to see a Blood Moon on cooldown here. I would very much so like that. You may be wondering, why don't you just pivot in Tatsu and then go into the Ogre and then you save the Kyurem to be able to one-shot the Blood Moon in the back? I don't think we need to do all that stuff. I think that, like, this is a fine line. Because, again, it got the Blood Moon on cooldown, which is the one thing I'm worried about. And if they're just using Spout here, like, Dozo doesn't care. If they want to protect to get their Blood Moon off cooldown, that's fine too. Yeah, I think we're fine. Their Terra's already down. I think we have everything that we need to win this match. Man, just solid just Dozo, which is good. Like, I still think Dozo is like a good call into the meta right now. I wonder how this team does, though, against, like, all the poison stall stuff. Like, I guess we have Taunt on Torn. Yeah, Wave Crash should get this. If you have Thunder, it's blind by now, too. It's 70% accurate. Water Spout, they're so scarfed, bro. That's fine. Yeah, that's great. Nothing. Not a zilch. Big Wave Crash. They hit us with the Shadow Rider Scarf Ogre, bro. Sheesh. Not today. And we get the crit on that Wave Crash, dude. We got all the right stuff. We take all the right plays here. Man, this team is so good. This team is so good. I've been, waiting to reuse it until just the right time. But this is one of 3 teams that I was talking about that I might be bringing to NAIC. If you guys think this team is the call, please let me know in the comments. I think this is going up like a few days before I actually go to my event, so, you know, I might have some time to make some changes if you also agree or think that there should be some, you know, other things we could do to optimize this team for what the meta currently is. Right now, we're just waiting out the Kyogre's water spouts. Might as well, you know, let them PP stall out just a little bit, and, yeah, we're going to take those wins. I think this team, though, is, like, really, really cool. I really like a lot of the Mons. Kyurem-White is really cool. I like this EV spread. I think I might need to optimize the Torn EV spread just a little bit. Shadow Rider is very standard. The Dozo, we've used this set before, very aggressive Dozo. So, yeah, I think this is, like, a really, really cool team. And if you guys want to see this team at NAIC, maybe on stream, you know, this might be the one that I use. I think it's a really, really good one. And look at this. Look at this. Oof. Weak spout. Weak spout. Snow stop. That's fine. There's no reason to, like, misplay this. I think I'm going to protect here for one more turn to get another lefties tick. Because we're assuming that they're scarfed. Like, they are very fast. I think they are just fast enough. So I think you have to be able to outspeed here. But, like, I'm going to just make sure don't need any raw random thunders happening. But I think they have to be scarfed to be able to outspeed, like, a +2 Dozo with, like, this speed tier. So it's funny. And I think this team actually, a lot of people are like, well, you won all these games today, but that's close sheet. It's like, I think this team actually works better in open sheet because I can see exactly where I need to be using AoE. I can see exactly what items you have. I can see what your defensive terrors are. So I can better make reads with like the Kyurem, like anticipating you going for like a weird terror or something. That's always my thought. But that being said, if you guys like this team, please let me know in the comments. Also, while you guys are down there, can you guys, like, please think about dropping a sub? We're still trying to get to 50K. We're making a bunch of really cool teams, a bunch of really cool content on the YouTube channel. Still trying to prep for NAIC and even further beyond for whatever format's going to be the post-Worlds format. So think about dropping a sub if you guys like daily VGC content. And other than that, peace out. I'll see you guys next time.